Welcome to Moral Moments. Today, we share the timeless Japanese tale of the bamboo cutter and the moon princess, teaching patience, humility, and kindness. Discover how simple virtues bring true happiness and wisdom, as we explore this magical story from Japan that inspires hearts of all ages. In a quiet village in ancient Japan, surrounded by lush bamboo forests and misty mountains, lived an elderly bamboo cutter named Taketori. He led a simple life, working tirelessly every day to provide for himself. One morning, as sunlight gently streamed through the tall bamboo stalks, Taketori noticed something unusual. Among the ordinary green stems, one bamboo glowed with a soft, ethereal light. Curious and amazed, he carefully approached it. With trembling hands, he cut open the bamboo, and to his astonishment, he found a tiny, delicate girl inside. She was no ordinary child. Her skin shimmered like pearl, her eyes sparkled like stars, and her aura radiated a quiet, celestial beauty. Taketori realized he had discovered someone truly extraordinary, a gift that seemed almost magical. Overwhelmed with awe, he gently took her home, feeling both wonder and responsibility. He and his wife, who were childless for many years, named her Kagaya, after the bamboo forest that had revealed her. From that day on, their humble home was filled with joy and a sense of wonder. Villagers whispered about the miraculous child, but Taketori and his wife treated her with love and humility, never boasting about the incredible event. They understood that such a blessing was not to be shown off, but cherished quietly, as a precious gift from the heavens. The discovery of the Moon Princess symbolizes the unexpected rewards of patience, humility, and a pure heart. Taketori had lived a simple, honest life, never seeking fame or fortune, yet fate had rewarded him in the most extraordinary way. This moment teaches that sometimes, life's greatest treasures appear quietly and unexpectedly, and only those who are patient and humble can truly recognize and appreciate them. The story begins with this magical discovery, setting the tone for a journey filled with wonder, life lessons, and the beauty of simple virtues. In Japan, this tale has been cherished for centuries, reminding people that miracles often come to those who live with sincerity, kindness, and an open heart. Taketori's discovery of the Moon Princess is not just a magical event, it is a gentle lesson about gratitude, humility, and the quiet joys of life. As Kagaya grew, it became clear that she was no ordinary child. Though small and delicate, she carried herself with a serene grace that seemed beyond her years. Every movement was gentle, every word kind and thoughtful. Her presence brought a sense of calm to Taketori's humble home, and even the villagers noticed something extraordinary about her. She smiled not for praise or attention, but simply to bring warmth to others' hearts. Despite being a celestial being, Kagaya never acted proud or demanding. She dressed simply, played joyfully among the bamboo forests, and always respected the elders and nature around her. The villagers admired her humility, and many sought her wisdom, though she always remained modest. Her grace was not about beauty or status, it was about the quiet, unspoken kindness that shone from within her heart. Kagaya's daily life was filled with lessons in patience and compassion. She helped her adoptive parents with chores, cared for the animals in the forest, and often comforted the lonely or sad villagers. Even when others tried to impress her with gifts or boast about their achievements, she remained gentle and unaffected, teaching by example that true virtue lies not in material wealth or skill, but in humility and goodness. Her grace also reflected a deeper connection to the moon, from which she came. There was a serene wisdom in her eyes, a reminder that life is fleeting and precious, and that inner beauty is far more enduring than any outward charm. People who spent time with Kagaya felt inspired to be better, to act with patience, and to treat others with respect. This key moment of the story emphasizes that humility and grace are not signs of weakness but of strength. Kagaya's calm demeanor and selfless nature showed that true influence comes quietly, through compassion and integrity rather than force or pride. In Japanese culture, this story has long served as a reminder that life's greatest treasures are often found in simple acts of kindness and the quiet beauty of a gentle heart. The princess's grace is central to the tale, showing that the real magic of life is not in miracles or wealth, but in the virtues we embody every day. Kagaya teaches us that patience, humility, and genuine care for others make a life truly radiant, just as she herself shone among the bamboo forests of Japan. As Kagaya's beauty and grace became known throughout the land, many noble suitors came from far and wide, hoping to win her hand in marriage. Each brought treasures, titles, and promises, confident that their wealth and power would impress the Moon Princess. However, Kagaya was not interested in material possessions or empty flattery. Instead, she set them seemingly impossible tasks, not out of cruelty, but to test their patience, humility, and true character. One suitor was asked to find a legendary jewel that was said to be as brilliant as the moon itself. Another was tasked with retrieving a magical branch from a sacred, distant forest. Others were challenged to capture mythical creatures or perform feats that no human could realistically achieve. Each challenge revealed the limits of human pride and ambition. The suitors, driven by ego and greed, failed one by one, returning empty-handed and humbled. Through these tests, Kagaya taught a subtle but powerful lesson: life's greatest rewards cannot be obtained through arrogance or haste. True worth comes from patience, persistence, and the willingness to respect natural and moral laws. The tasks also reflected her celestial origin. She could not marry an ordinary mortal without ensuring he possessed virtues that matched her own, showing that inner qualities outweigh outward appearances or material power. Taketori and his wife watched these events with quiet pride, understanding that Kagaya's challenges were not meant to embarrass anyone but to illuminate a deeper truth. In Japanese culture, such stories often highlight the importance of humility, perseverance, and the idea that one's character is revealed through trials. Even the failed suitors learned valuable lessons about their limitations and the dangers of pride. The tests and challenges phase of the story creates tension and excitement, but it is also rich in moral meaning. Each impossible task emphasizes patience, the acceptance of one's limitations, and the importance of inner virtues. Kagaya's wisdom is gentle yet firm, showing that life's true lessons often come through effort, reflection, and humility rather than instant gratification or force. Ultimately, this part of the story illustrates a universal truth: pride and arrogance may lead to failure, while patience, perseverance, and humility lead to growth, understanding, and a life aligned with higher principles. The Moon Princess, through her clever and fair challenges, teaches both her suitors and the audience that the most valuable treasures are those of character and virtue, lessons that continue to inspire generations in Japan and beyond. As time passed, Taketori and his wife grew deeply attached to Kagaya. She had brought joy, wisdom, and warmth into their humble home, transforming their ordinary lives into a story of wonder. Villagers, too, admired her gentle presence, and even the suitors who had failed her challenges respected her for her grace and fairness. Yet, despite the happiness she brought to everyone around her, Kagaya's heart remained tied to the moon, her celestial home. One quiet night, as the silver moon rose high in the sky, a group of heavenly beings descended from above, their presence shimmering with otherworldly light. They reminded Kagaya that her time on Earth was limited. The Moon Princess could not remain with her adoptive family forever. Her destiny required her return to her realm among the stars. The news filled Taketori and his wife with sorrow, for the thought of losing Kagaya was unbearable. Even the villagers mourned the impending farewell, feeling the weight of a bond they had grown to cherish. Kagaya, however, accepted her fate with calm dignity. She did not protest or cling selfishly. Instead, she expressed her deep gratitude to Taketori and his wife for their love and care. She comforted them, saying that the memories they shared would remain forever in their hearts. Her humility and acceptance in the face of separation taught a profound lesson: life is full of impermanent moments, and true love often means letting go. As the time of departure arrived, Kagaya ascended toward the moon, leaving behind a trail of gentle light that bathed the bamboo forest in a magical glow. Taketori and his wife watched with heavy hearts, but also with understanding. They realized that clinging to her would not change her destiny. Instead, they held on to the lessons she had taught them: patience, humility, and the quiet joy of caring for others. This part of the story emphasizes acceptance as a core virtue. In Japanese culture, Kagaya's departure symbolizes the transient nature of life and the importance of cherishing moments without attachment. True wisdom lies in appreciating beauty and goodness while recognizing that some things are beyond human control. Separation, though painful, becomes a source of growth, reflection, and deeper understanding of life's delicate balance. Through this bittersweet farewell, the Moon Princess teaches that letting go is not weakness but strength, and that gratitude, humility, and acceptance are the keys to finding peace and meaning in every stage of life. The story of the bamboo cutter and the Moon Princess carries timeless moral lessons that have been cherished in Japan for centuries. Beyond the enchanting tale of a celestial girl discovered in a bamboo stalk, it teaches virtues that remain relevant to all generations: patience, humility, kindness, and acceptance. Each moment of the story reflects these values, showing that true happiness comes not from wealth or power, but from inner virtue and the way we treat others. One of the clearest lessons is the value of humility. Taketori and his wife, simple villagers, never sought fame or reward. Their quiet lives, guided by honesty and diligence, prepared them to care for Kaguya with love and respect. Similarly, Kaguya herself, though a celestial being of extraordinary beauty and wisdom, never acted superior or proud. She treated everyone gently and fairly, proving that true nobility lies in character, not in status or power. Another important lesson is patience. The suitors who tried to win Kaguya's hand failed not because they lacked resources, but because they were impatient and driven by ego. The challenges she set taught that effort and perseverance alone are not enough. Humility, respect, and wisdom must guide our actions. Life's most meaningful rewards often require patience and understanding rather than haste and arrogance. Kindness and gratitude also shine through the story. Kaguya's interactions with her adoptive parents, the villagers, and even her suitors reflect genuine care. She nurtured and inspired others, showing that small acts of compassion can leave lasting impressions. Likewise, Taketori and his wife's unconditional love provided her with a safe, nurturing environment, illustrating the power of generosity and devotion in everyday life. Finally, the story teaches acceptance and letting go. When Kaguya returns to the moon, her departure is a poignant reminder that life is transient, and clinging to people or moments can lead to sorrow. Embracing change with grace allows us to grow and cherish memories rather than be consumed by loss. In essence, The Bamboo Cutter and the Moon Princess is more than a fairy tale, it is a guide to living a meaningful life. Patience, humility, kindness, and acceptance are not just lessons for children, they are values that can guide anyone toward a life of peace and fulfillment. The story reminds us that true treasures are found not in gold or glory, but in the virtues we cultivate and the love we share, a message that continues to inspire hearts in Japan and around the world. And so, the tale of the Bamboo Cutter and the Moon Princess comes to an end, leaving us with lessons that shine as brightly as the moon itself. It reminds us that patience, humility, kindness, and acceptance are the true treasures of life. Even in moments of loss or challenge, embracing these virtues allows us to grow, find peace, and cherish every fleeting moment. Let this timeless Japanese story inspire us to live with grace, to treasure simple joys, and to treat others with love and respect, for these are the gifts that make life truly magical.